Right now, somewhere between $2,000 and $3,500 a year is leaving your household. Not through bad decisions, not through big purchases you regret, through charges you forgot about, accounts earning you almost nothing, rates you never reshopped, and plans you never questioned. And the worst part isn't the money itself. It's that most people have no idea it's happening because these leaks were designed to be invisible. Today, we're going to walk through 5 of them and show you exactly how to fix each one in a single afternoon. Let's start with the one that's hiding in plain sight. According to a study by West Monroe Partners, 89% of consumers underestimate how much they spend on subscriptions, and not by a little. Their actual spending was more than 3 times their initial estimate, which means most people are confidently wrong about one of their biggest recurring expenses. And according to CNR research, the gap between what people think they're paying and what they're actually paying is $133 a month. Nearly $1,600 a year in spending you didn't even know was happening. And it doesn't stop there. 42% of consumers have stopped using a subscription but forgot they were still paying for it. A 2024 study found Americans waste roughly $400 a year on subscriptions they don't even use. The reason this keeps happening isn't carelessness, it's architecture. Free trials that silently convert, annual renewals you never see, price increases buried in emails you don't open. 74% of people say it's easy to forget about recurring charges. That's not a personal failing. That's the business model working exactly as intended. And this is exactly why we built Wally. Upload a bank statement, take a picture of a receipt, and it flags every subscription automatically. It's free to use, works on your phone, and the link is in the description. But subscriptions are only one place the money disappears. And once you see all 5, I'm going to show you what happens when you stop the bleeding and invest that money instead. The number you end up with might shock you. But before we get there, you need to see where the rest of it is going. And the next leak might be the most frustrating one, because your bank already knows about it and isn't telling you. If you have money sitting in a savings account at Chase, Bank of America, or Wells Fargo, here's what they're paying you: 0.01%. Let's make that tangible. $10,000 in a Chase savings account earns you $1 a year. $1. Move that same $10,000 to a high-yield savings account. There are several offering around 4% right now, and you'd earn $400. Same money, same FDIC insurance, same government backing, a 400 times difference. And the only thing that changed is where it sits. On $20,000, the gap becomes $800 a year. And this isn't investing. It's not complicated. It's moving your savings from one bank to another. But most people never do it because their bank has zero incentive to tell them there's a better option. So now you've got subscriptions draining money you didn't know you were spending, and a savings account barely keeping your money alive. But there's a third leak that's even harder to spot, because the company charging you extra is one you already trust. There's a practice in the insurance industry called price optimization. What it actually means is that companies charge loyal customers more because they know you're less likely to shop around. And the numbers are staggering. Consumer Reports surveyed over 40,000 policyholders and found that people who switched auto insurance saved a median of $461 a year. 41% saved over $500. 13% saved over $1,000. But here's what really gets you. According to NerdWallet, within the same zip code, auto insurance rates vary by 154%. Same driving record, same car, same neighborhood. Wildly different prices. The only difference is one person shopped around and the other didn't. And 92% of people who switched saved money. The same pattern holds for homeowners insurance. A Matic report found that people who bought a policy in 2021 were paying 69% more just 3 years later. And once you realize how much you're overpaying for insurance, the next leak starts to look obvious, because it works the exact same way. The average American pays about $141 a month for their cell phone plan. That's nearly $1,700 a year. And here's what most people don't realize. Mobile virtual network operators, called MVNOs, use the exact same cell towers as AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Same network, same coverage. $15 to $45 a month instead of $60 to $100. And then there's this. 76% of Americans are on unlimited data plans, but 63% don't even use 15 gigabytes a month. You're paying for capacity you'll never touch on a network you could access for a fraction of the price. A conservative estimate puts the savings at $300 to $600 a year per line. For a family, that number climbs fast. Now, subscriptions, savings accounts, insurance, phone plans. 4 leaks so far, but there's a 5th one that might be the most frustrating of all, because fixing it requires nothing more than a phone call. According to LendingTree's 2025 survey, 83% of cardholders who called their credit card company and asked for a lower interest rate received one. 83%. The average reduction was 6.7 percentage points. On a $7,000 balance at 27% APR, paying $250 a month, that reduction saves over $1,600 in interest and gets you out of debt 7 months sooner. But only about 25% of cardholders ever make that call, which means 3 out of 4 people are paying more interest than they need to, not because the bank said no, but because they never asked. Remember the number from the beginning, $2,000 to $3,500 a year? Now you've seen where it hides. But there's one more thing you need to see, because the real cost of these leaks isn't what you're losing today. It's what that money could have become. Let's add it all up. Unused subscriptions, $200 to $400. A better savings account, $400 on $10,000. Reshopping insurance, $300 to $500. Switching your phone plan, $300 to $600. Negotiating your credit card rate, potentially hundreds more. Conservatively, that's $2,000 to $3,500 a year. Now, here's where this shifts from frustrating to powerful. Take $3,000 of that, $250 a month, and invest it at a historically average 7% return. In 10 years, you have over $41,000. In 20 years, about $123,000. And in 30 years, you're sitting on $283,000. You only contributed $90,000. Compound interest built the rest. And all you did was cancel some subscriptions, move your savings to a better bank, reshop your insurance, switch your phone plan, and make one phone call to your credit card company. No side hustle, no pay raise, no sacrifice. You just plugged the leaks that were there all along. None of these fixes are hard. Most of them take a single afternoon, a few phone calls, a few account switches. The money was always there, you just couldn't see it leaving. And the difference between knowing about these leaks and actually plugging them is the difference between watching your money quietly disappear and watching it quietly compound. If this changed how you think about where your money goes, there's a good chance one of the other videos on this channel will do the same. Take a look around.